Folk tales generate talk. The stories gathered here show how they stimulate conversation and debate, invoking the great what ifs. Even when a character resolves the formulated dilemma, or when the narrator steps in to referee or issue a judgment, the audience may still challenge the wisdom of a decision and propose alternative solutions. The folklorists see dilemma tales as modeling discussion for how to adjudicate. Oh, there go y'all first vocabulary word. Adjudicate. Now, what do you think adjudicate means?
I'm guessing like people debating or something.
Okay, that's not too far off of a assumption. That's good. What do you think adjudicate is, Mass?
Starting a topic.
Who?
Starting a topic.
Starting a topic?
Yes.
Okay, adjudicate. Make a formal judgment or decision about a problem or disputed matter. It is a verb. Act as a judge in a competition, pronounce or declare judicially. Okay? So, it says, some folklorists, what's a folklorist?
Someone that tells the folk tale.
Yep. What else can a folklorist be called?
I know.
What else can a folklorist be called, Mouse? A storyteller, yes. Any other words? A griot. A griot could also be a storyteller or a folklorist. Okay? A griot, I know, girl, ain't it? Okay, you'll be like, oh, look at the griot, like, ah! Oh, never mind. I'm too crunk. Okay, right. Okay, I would settle for storyteller. Okay. So I think griots would be another word on the vocabulary list. What is a griot? A griot is an African tribal storyteller and musician. A griot role was to preserve the genealogies and oral traditions of the tribe. So you still feel like you being played a prank on or whatever it was you said you feel like, son? A little bit. Well, your mom is practicing carrying oral tradition. That's why I'm reading to you. So don't feel trolled. Just feel like you're helping me out. I'm helping you out too, because we gonna get y'all together this summer. Make y'all some good, strong vocabulary spelling people, okay? Now, give me a pen and some paper. Now the paper, you know what? I don't need the paper. I just need the pen because you can come over here and give me a journal out of here, but just give me a pen. And yeah, pen, pencil, something. That's fine. And give me some paper. I should. Where is
I think it's over here.
my purple binder?
Or if I find it. Haven't seen it.
I think that's upstairs. Here, come over here. Open this bookshelf and give me that right here. Give me one of these journals. I think them over here behind that black binder, right in there, no. Go behind the black binder, right behind. Yes. Nope, that's a canvas. Okay, put it back. I thought it was a journal. Okay, so give me that teal one next to the book of symbols. No, not the binder. The book. See the yellow book against the the teal book next to it. Yes. Thank you. Close it up. All right. So we got adjudicate. And we got griots. Grab for me a pencil, darling.
Look, you put a paper in the
And then the lead came out. Give me a different pencil, please.
big bubble in your pocket.
Stick that one back in there. Adjudicates, griots. Did I give us another word?
No, not so far.
Okay. Folklore see dilemmas as modeling discussion for how to adjudicate disagreements, either within the family or in a broader social context. Although these kinds of stories are often associated with African folklore, they can be found in other cultures too, as adivinanzas in Spanish, as Fragen in Germany, and as Coix difficile or cas de conscience in France. In English, they are called unanswerable riddle stories, conundrum, and problem tales, and folk problems. The most common dilemma tale in Africa is listed in the standard classification system used by folklorists as the rarest thing in the world. A princess is offered to the one bringing her the rarest thing in the world. Three brothers set out to acquire magic objects: a telescope that shows all that is happening in the world, a carpet or like that transport one at will, and an apple or object that heals or resuscitates. With the telescope, it is learned that the princess is dying or dead. With the carpet, they go to her immediately, and with the apple, they cure and restore her to life. They dispute who is to marry her. There is magic in this tale, but it's hardly practical. And whether wisdom can be extracted from the dispute amongst the brothers is questionable. But what is certain is that the tale makes us reflect on the value of different human aspirations, omniscience, mobility, and the power to heal. Okay? So, next word. I said omniscience, that may be omnipotence, omnipotence, I don't know. So I'm gonna look it up myself because I think I might be saying it wrong. omniscience, and aspirations. Spell aspirations.
So you can start
Yep, but you missed an I.
rolling that out.
P.
Start doing strips.
Aspirations.
A P
Nope. Start over. Aspirations.
A R P.
Nope. Okay. And omnipotence, or something like that. We're gonna look that one up right now. All right. So, and then I can know a clear definition and not a vague one of what this is and how to properly say it, because I ain't seen this word in this form before. OMNISCIENCE. Definition. The state of knowing everything. And let's see what it sounds like.
Omniscience.
Omniscience. Alrighty, okay. Dilemma tales, as William Bascom has pointed out, falls into two categories. Stories that involve a contest and challenge listeners. Okay. Stories that involve a contrast and challenge listeners to choose the most skillful of the competitors, and tales that require moral and ethical judgments. That ain't no complete sentence. Hold on. Dilemma tales, as William Bascom has pointed out, fall into two categories. Stories that involve a contest and challenge listeners to choose the most skillful of the competitors, and tales that require moral or ethical judgment. That's a horrible sentence. I hate this sentence. Okay, stories that involve a contest, comma, and challenge listeners to choose the most skillful of the competitor, and tales that require moral or ethical judgment. That damn semicolon. Oh, there was no. He should have used a semicolon for that. That was crazy. The rarest thing in the world gives us an example of the first type, and it involves us to also choose wisely and make a just decision. In the second type, an audience is asked to decide questions such as the following: who should inherit, the oldest or the youngest son? Are sons more desirable than daughters? Who is to be saved, a kind adopted father or a cruel biological father? These stories draws us into the dark shadows of decision making, revealing that no decision is right or just, and that there is always a loss of some kind. The Cowtail Switch, a West African tale collected by Harold Coralander, gives us a wonderful hybrid version. It tells the tale of a warrior who goes out to hunt and perishes. 3 of his sons possess magical powers. But it is not until they are urged on to find their father's remains by a fourth, younger brother, that they discover the bones of the missing forgotten man. One assembles the bone into a skeleton, another one puts flesh on the bones, and the third one breathes life into the flesh and bones. The reanimated father returns to the village and decides to give a gift for cowtails of a cowtail switch, the emblem of his tribal authority, to the youngest of the 4 sons, for it was he who honored the memory of his father by refusing to forget that he was gone. These are the tales relevant to developing social and cultural values. As judgment and decisions are weighted and evaluated, riddles and dilemmas are meant to promote entertaining conversation as much as to stimulate competition. The enjoyment of a riddle derives from the sharing of it by members of a group rather than from the challenge to the imagination it presents. The tales that follow include two different types of dilemma tales, the one raising questions about the merit and the other enacting moral inquiries. What's an inquiry?
What's the equal? Actually,
I'm going to guess like a memory.
ain't like
Okay, that's a good guess.
question of like something that you reviewed or had reviewed before. Y'all see that? Yeah. Yeah.
Not quite. An inquiry is a question. I want to inquire about the hours of your operation. So, you make that vocabulary word. Inquire. Make sure I'm spelling it right. Where is it?
You didn't bring him?
No, no.
Okay.
And this is why you have your bookmarks.
Stop.
Inquire. Yep, I did it right. Inquiries. They take up issue both local and monumental, up close and personal, as well as abstract and universal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, vocabulary words: adjudicate, griot,
omniscience,
aspirations, and inquiries. Is that enough, or y'all want 5 more? I was gonna initially give y'all 10. That's good. Okay, so we'll do those 5. All right, let's go. All right, so that is what these stories are going to examine. Y'all ready? Let's go. Who should marry the girl? Here come the story. You need a fidget because I don't like you picking at yourself. That is irritating me. You want some fidgets? Go get a fidget.
Shut up. I have sex report you too.
You need a fidget?
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm listening to the story where he is too.
You bring that to school.
Yeah, I didn't know that until he went to speech therapy. When he first started speech therapy, the lady gave him a paper. And I was like, why he not sitting there listening to this lady talk? And when she got through doing everything she was doing, she asked him questions. He answered all the questions. I swore up and down he was not paying attention. So, you know, he got to move. He got to do stuff. So, but I don't like him picking at his skin. This shit is irritating the hell out of me. Because get the fishy. It's a ducky over there too. If you want to fuck around with that ducky, I don't know, but don't pick at your skin. That irritates me. They get on my nerves. Okay, so who should marry the girl? There once was a beautiful girl who lived with her parents in a certain village. All the young men wanted to marry her. Amongst the most ardent of her admirers were 3 men, a musician, a hunter, and a swimmer. One day when the girl went down to the river to wash her clothes, the 3 men hid nearby and watched her. As she started to do her washing, a crocodile came from the river to stretch himself out in the sun, and he saw the girl doing her washing. He made a straight for her, but the poor girl did not notice him and went on with her work. The crocodile reached her, opened his mouth, and pulled her inside the water. The musician was the first to see what happened, and he began to play a tune on his harp. The evil crocodile was so impressed by the music that he sat in amazement with his mouth wide open as he listened. The hunter then shot the crocodile with an arrow just as he was about to swallow the beautiful girl. The poor girl nearly drowned. At once, the swimmer jumped into the river and pulled her out of the water. The three men were very proud that they had taken part in rescuing her, but the question remained, who should marry the girl? What is your judgment?
So, I think it should be split because even though the other musician did play a tune that made the crocodile stop, even though he would still eat the girl anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And the hunter did kill the crocodile, but she would still drown.
Hi.
So the swimmer is the one who overall saved her.
Okay. Mouse, who should marry the girl?
The hunter.
Why do you say the hunter should marry the girl?
Why are you looking at the camera like
The swimmer would have gone
One
too.
eye.
Eating shit.
Oh, the swimmer would have got eaten as well if the hunter hadn't shot the crocodile?
Yes.
Okay. Cool beans. So, this story was told by Zenaba Trunia, a student from Ethiopia studying at International Training Center for Community Service in Israel. A visit to the Israel Folktale Archives inspired the instructor of a course offered there to ask his students to create their own collection of indigenous lore. As Do Noy well-meaningly put in his introduction to the tales assembled while the African students were in Israel, these tales would raise the self-esteem of the storyteller and story-loving people and their trust in their own cultural heritage. Used in class with foreign parables, the stories would prove to young and adult pupils that man is similar all over the world and that racial and religious differences are artificial and external. What do you think?
What do you mean?
Don't worry about it. Here's the next one. Track well, dive well, brave well. The man had one daughter, and okay, hold on. This one come with an accent. This one come accent. The man had one daughter, and there are three men coming to see her. There was track well, drive well, and brave well. They said the man had the best right, could marry the daughter. The daughter went and got lost. After the woman leave the house, she went down to the river. Trackwell tracked her from the house to the edge of the water. That was all Trackwell could do. She went into the river. Divewell went and dived until he found her. After Divewell found her, he brought her up on the shore, and Bravewell braved his beat back into her. He bred back into it. And it come a disputing. The father said to the three men, which of you is entitled to the daughter? Trackwell said, I am entitled to the woman because she was lost and I track her out. Divewell says, you track didn't done no good because you couldn't find her. You track her to the edge of the water. I had to dive out in the ocean, take a chance of my life, and hunt until I found her. Bravewell said, all for that, what you folk have done, the woman is mine, because she was dead, and I brought life into her again. So the father gave her to Bravewell. This story was told by Henry Bryant, a 35-year-old boatman living on Dofusiki Island off the coast of South Carolina It gives us a revealing comparison with the African analog. So which one y'all think should have got the girl then? The tracker, the diver, or the brave one? None of them? Why none of them?
Because each one had a certain role
Mm-hmm.
in the part of tracking down the girl, saving her, and bringing her back to life. And each of them did a certain part, so they're not like an equal amount in effort.
So wasn't it the same thing in the story of who should marry the girl? What do you think, Babs? Who do you think should get her?
Well, if it wasn't for the person that healed her, she would have died.
Say it again.
If it wasn't for the person that healed her from whatever that was harming her, she would have died.
You mean the person that breathed breath into her?
Yes.
Breathe well. He said breathe well should get her. So why you have a judgment for one and not the other?
Like the two stories that are different.
Okay. We got one more, and then I guess I shall set y'all free, huh? Is that good for the day? Y'all want to read out? I think it's 5 of them. Yeah, what? Which one? You gotta do one more or do all 5 of them? All right, next story. A vital decision. Once there lived a poor man who had 3 sons and 3 daughters. He managed to eke out a living by catching rats and selling them as food at the market. In the city, there lived a rich man with 400 slaves and many wives. He had no children. People used to torment him by asking, "Who's going to inherit your fortune?" One day, even the king asked him that question. The rich man replied, "I have a son, but he is living in the woods." "I'm going to give him my daughter as his wife," the king replied. "And I will find my son," the man said. The rich man had 200 men, but he ordered them to stay where they were, and he went alone out into the forest. That very day, the poor man left home with his sons to go catch rats, and he told them, "If any of you let a rat escape, I will kill you." They dug around in the ground where the rats were living, and suddenly out jumped a rat, and the youngest of the boys couldn't catch it. The father was infuriated. He took an axe and struck his son with it. Blood poured out from his wounds, and he collapsed. "Leave him there," the father said. "He is no longer one of us." They left, and before long, the rich man came riding by, saw the young boy, and cleaned his wounds. Since he liked his looks, he dressed him in beautiful clothing and let him ride on his horse with him. At the next village, he sent a messenger to his commander at home and asked him to send all his men along with a horse for his son. Drummers welcomed the rich man back home, and the people shouted, "The rich man has found his son! The rich man has found his son!" The rich man let his son march at the front with all his men, and the drummers drummed for him alone. The young man greeted the king, and then he was escorted to the rich man's living quarters and was given a beautiful house to live in. 3 young slaves came to bathe him and massage his limbs. His father sent him 50 slaves along with horses and everything that he could possibly need. The entire city celebrated the discovery of the rich man's son. Before long, the king sent his daughters over with 10 slaves. The young woman went to see the rich man's son. She sat down next to him, and the two amused themselves for a while, for the son had no idea what he was supposed to do. But after 3 days, he married the young woman. The entire city celebrated, and before long, the young man had become next to the king, the most beloved and most powerful man in the kingdom. In the meantime, the poor man was going everywhere possible to find out if anyone had seen his son. Finally, he found out that his son had married the king's daughter and had become a powerful man. He went to the king and demanded to have his son back. "Come inside, let's discuss it," the rich man said. "I don't want anyone to hear us talking. Come live here with your entire family, and I will give you land and cattle. But you mustn't say a word to anyone, otherwise I will be mortified." The poor man was dissatisfied with the offer. He went to his son and asked him, "Why would you want to stay here in the city? We used to get 100 calories for each rat." "Today they fetch $200. Your brother has already brought 3 sheep. Come back and live with us in the woods." The rich man came back and begged the father to leave the young man in peace. The poor man would not give in, and the rich man finally said, "All right, I will give you back your son and accompany you for the stretch this evening." In the evening they departed. First the poor man, then behind him on horseback the rich man, and finally the son. Right in the midst of the bush, the rich man stopped and said, "I want to return home." "That's fine. Farewell," the poor man said. The rich man dismounted and took the young man's hand. "What do you want?" the poor man asked, "now that he has become my son again?" The rich man drew his sword and gave it to the young man. "If you want to go with your father, then kill me. If you want to stay with me, then kill your father. Unless you come with me, I don't want to return home." The young man stood between the 2 men with the sword drawn. Should he kill his father, the man who had raised him, but who had also nearly killed him for the sake of a rat? Then people would say that he had killed him for the sake of money. Or should he kill the rich man, the man who had helped him and made him wealthy, which meant that he would be returning to catching rats? He had no idea what to do. And if the 3 are not already dead, then they are no doubt still standing there. Who should he kill? You gonna kill the rich man? Why you gonna kill the rich man?
Because even though he did give him mostly everything, even if he does kill him, he would just go back to what he was doing earlier.
Are you sure? Why you say that?
Because the rich man, and you can't really go back.
So he should kill the rich man or the poor man? He should kill the rich man. And and go back to selling rats. Okay. But if he kill the poor man, then he go back with the rich man.
I would still say kill the rich man because the father raised him. Even though he tried to kill him, he still raised him.
Okay. Well, who do you think he should kill, Mal? The rich man or the poor man? Neither? Why not?
Both of them were in the wrong.
Both of them was in the wrong? Why?
Well, for instance, saw it happening and it kind of used the boy to get a little powerful with the king. And but the dad he struck him in the head, so he was definitely in the wrong for committing kind of child abuse.
Yeah, he was trying to kill him. Well, he ain't trying to kill him. He just hit him out of anger, but still. So, okay. So, you should, because everybody, so basically you saying everybody had they role to play, and so nobody deserves to die from it. Okay.
You done?
Okay. All right. So we have
Maybe.
next up. Y'all want to know where this story came
The
from?
importance of putting things up correctly.
Okay, Leo
Huh? Do we think the
Fabrinus
importance of
was a
putting things
German
up correctly?
archaeologist and
Yes.
ethnographer
I both got her
who
name.
set
I don't
forth
think
the
we're going
idea of an African Atlantis, a civilization that marked a lost cultural idea. His multi-volume collection of African lore was published under the title Atlantis, the site of which he claimed to have
I don't
discovered.
know this
On
one.
January 30th, 1911, the New York Times reported that Leo Fabrinus, author and leader of the German Inter-African Exploring Expedition, sends word from the hinterland of Togo that he has discovered indisputable proofs of the existence of Plato's legendary continent of Atlantis. He places Atlantis, which which he declares was not an island, in the northwest section of Africa, in territory lying close to the equator. The dilemma tale he included in his collections capture a moment of indecisive paralysis, a recognition that some dilemmas are so intraceable that they lead to dislocating silence rather than a resolution. Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a chaotic story.
Yeah, that's the story we just read.
The more I think about it, the more I agree with Miles.
You agree with Miles about what?
You're not killing your
Right. Why is that?
because he raised him, also tried to kill him. Rich man tried to benefit from him, but also bit
You know it?
the
That's too bad. When you it, it's
Those are
I tried to
facts. Good
now
job.
with what it's not able to move. Put it in the bed.
Okay. The story of four fools. One day, a wizard met a boy. Baby, I need some water, babe. I've been talking. One day, a wizard met a boy who was sitting by the roadside, upset and weeping. Bitter tears, he asked for the reason for his tears. The boy said, "My father's parrot has flown away. If you can find it, I will give you a reward." The wizard summoned a hunter, a carpenter, and a thief. He told them about the lost parrot and also about the reward for its return. They all agreed to do their best to find the parrot. "Before we start, let's demonstrate our special skills," one of the four said. "For the thief, I want you to go steal an egg from that hen over there without letting her know what you've done." The thief went and stole the egg, and the hen did not move at all. The hunter hung the egg up as a target, walked a good distance away from it, and proved his skill by hitting the egg. The carpenter then showed what he could do by putting the egg back together again. They turned to the wizard, who could see that they each had a special talent. The wizard decided that it was time to find the parrot, and he invited the four others to board his glass ship. "See that vessel over there?" he asked. The parrot was stolen by men on that vessel. The four in the glass boat caught up with the vessel, and the thief boarded it. He caught the parrot, and then he set the table and sat down for a good meal before returning to the glass ship with the parrot. When the men who had stolen the parrot from the king's son discovered that it was gone, they gave chase to the glass boat. The captain of the vessel summoned a storm and sent rain down on the glass boat, which shattered. But the carpenter mended it, and the hunter fired away
Watch
at
your
the rain
hand.
until it stopped. The
Stop
captain of the
it.
vessel sent down lightning, and it shattered the glass boat again. But the carpenter just mended again, and the hunter shot the lightning until it stopped. Eventually, the four men reached land and took the parrot to the chief's son and said, "Here's your father's parrot." The boy was overjoyed to have the parrot back, but he told the four to choose whatever they wanted from his possessions. They could even ask for a wonderful hen that laid jewels or anything else you might want. They chose the hen and went on their way. But they had not gone very far before the wizard said, "The hen belongs to me because I told you about the parrot and what it was." The thief said, "No, the hen is mine, for I stole the parrot from the vessel." The carpenter then staked his claim, for he had twice mended the ship in which they were sailing. Then the hunter said, "It really belongs to me, for I shot the rain and the lightning." They argued for a long time and exchanged angry words. Since they could not reach an agreement, they finally did something wildly stupid. They killed the wonderful hen and divided it into 4 pieces, each man taking his share. Now, which of these 4 foods should have been given the hen?
I don't think any of them should give him the head because even
Two eyes.
but the wizard didn't really do anything. All he did was make the last ship and tell the others what they had to do. The carpenter
But
kept rebuilding the boat every time they tried to destroy the boat. The hunter shot at the weather until it went away, stopped breaking the boat. And the thief stole the parrot, going back onto the boat, making sure it
that
could fly.
story time over.
So each had a
Yeah.
certain part. I think they should have just shared the hen, not like that.
Okay. Okay. What do you think, Mel?
Mahogany is right.
Mahogany, right?
But my logic with it is they could have just got the gold stuff and like just bought another head and bought more, and just share each hen.
Well, I don't think they can buy a jewel laying hen, but I would have been like, let the hen lay the jewels. Everybody take a jewel and
Yeah.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Instead of like
Why
killing
why
it and then chopping it up into 4 pieces.
why would you even do that anyway? Like that's stupid.
And they said they was foolish.
They did say that. But I didn't think they were that.
Negative infinity 0 IQ.
Oh wow. Oh wow. So this story excited a great.
Like no offense, but they were really wrong about killing the hen.
Yeah, that was stupid. That was real dumb. That wasn't smart at all. But sometimes people get greedy and they can't see the larger picture. They can't see what's beyond what it is that they want.
You know that.
You know,
Or just let the hen multiply.
but you got to think past your own desires to get there. That's why greed is one of the 7 deadly sins. You don't want to be greedy. You know.
Give me a plate.
Definitely. No.
Because
Big or
you're
small?
stupid and do something stupid with that.
Like kill the hen. So the hen lost its life because 4 fools had control of it.
So if I was like rich or something, or have or like have the world supply of water, everyone would like start pulling on me, and potentially killing me.
Why would you have the world's supply of water?
It's just like a what if situation.
Right. Yes. Everybody probably would be after you because everybody needs water unless you're going to ensure that everybody gets water. It says this story excited a great amount of discussion. Some argued that this one should have the hen, others argued that great conviction. Others argued with great conviction that another one should have the hen. Each character had his supporters, but everyone agreed that they were all fools to not share the hen and let it lay jewels for them. Foolish, foolish. And these are dilemma tales. So this came from adapted from John H. Weeks' Congo Life and Folklore. It says the 4 fools from a
Okay. Now,
fine quartet, with one having magic powers, the second one had second skills in hunting in the wild, third in building domestic spaces, and the fourth in a lawful form of lawlessness. The coda to their story describes the kind of animated atmosphere fostered by stories that end with an invitation to discuss the terms of the tale. And that is going to
Don't
be
tell all the
Rockefeller stories
There's some pieces in
coming
there.
from Africa. Did y'all enjoy those? So we'll go through another part the next time. Put it back. I will make a. You said you want a video.
Yeah.
Do you want the video?
Video of what?
Vocabulary words. You want a video or short? Or do you just want the words?
Just the words.
You just want the words. You want a video or you want shorts?
Video.
All right, I will make a video and I will have it for you guys Monday. Thanks for listening to my stories.
Okay, that's good. Spread it out. Chop it. It's butter. Well, don't break it into tiny pieces. That's enough. Okay, bring it up here. Put it on top there. Just right in there. The crumbly to the hell. Yeah. All right, now get these cinnamon and sugar. And sprinkle it across there. And then no. Yeah. In your hand and sprinkle it. The crust is what makes the Cobbler. Get your crust by layers. Get the crust in the middle. You put it all the way through. So people eat it. Yeah. Put some butter up on him. See why I don't make you put up. Yeah. It's the butter, but and sugar. Diabetes. not really once got it,
Like what?
but it's not. At least it's like not like a meal, like dessert. They kind of want it by heart attack. Like once it's like you just put like a lot of oil, like, or like just fry it. Just like what these YouTubers be doing. All right, so ladies, you have to have mode up. Good, good. Or later he question. Too long, then anyway. Break. Go across the way. Please roll into it. Over and tap your butt. Too short, baby. Thank you. Girl, I love this dress. Okay. She said that's great how you the children help you. Okay, they gotta learn. Hey CP, they gotta learn. They gotta learn how to cook. I had to start passing on my recipes so they don't get grown and be like, "How you cook that?" And I can't. I'm too old to remember. You know what I'm talking about? Ah, sorry. We check our video. We done reading. Oh, I'm here. What? What? Where is the? Where is the notes? Wait. Alright, I think I need one more piece. Anywhere else you need some crust? Uh, all right, here is our constructed cobbler. Now we're gonna put it in the oven. Open the oven. Yep. Leave that base for a little while. Then it's gonna be whatever leftovers y'all can you playing with that. Just make sure when y'all done saying you got throw it away. You were to throw it. Oh, hey, Derek. When y'all get done, I'm gonna right. You said eating these breakfast?
Yeah.
Okay. You ain't got to move. I just want to make sure so I ain't big old trash. forever and ever and ever for all of the things of me. Blessings and honor and glory, they all belong to you. Thank you, Jesus. Lord, I will praise you forever and ever and ever for all of the things you done for me. Blessings and honor and glory, they all belong to you.
Operator behind me, your shop head. They just did behind me.
You gotta go.
He said for my foot and he said bump bump, so I said for my foot.
Don't pay any fees.
Okay.
Thank you, Jesus, for saving me. And I will praise you forever and ever and ever. You took me blessings and glory. Oh, man. What one of them? I will be faithful unto Oh, you. No, 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 no. No, what? These people be botting the game. I don't like that. But why what? Look at here on my feet, okay? I mean, you gotta watch. I didn't know it was that.
You want my dad?
And then you know it said like me too. I was funny. I was trying to get the door. I said you like to hate watch. I can't stand it, but I'm gonna keep watching it. You a hate watcher? It's a thing. Some people like to hate watch. You like to hate watch? I think you're a hate watcher. You're like, I don't like this. But I'm watching it. Everything runs to. I mean, good. How you been? Everything runs to him. Worthy of all praise. Oh, it's good. And his mercy is lasting endureth forever. And we thankful to him. And we thankful to him. I would like for y'all to get that cleaned up, put that recycling where it's supposed to go. 'Cause I need to wipe that wall down and sweep from over there. Take your daddy and find out when he's gonna be home. Hmm? Hey. Okay, hold on. Let me who the hell is Shiesty Queen? What the fuck? Oh boy. Hold on. I got an overlay back here. Let me add an overlay real quick. Hello.
Folk tales generate talk. The stories gathered here show how they stimulate conversation and debates, invoking the great what ifs.
Okay. That's crazy. Oh, he must have changed my name. Okay. Okay. Cool bees. Oh, he home already. Well, hello there. What are you eating for dinner? What are you eating for dinner? What are you eating for dinner? Huh? You eating chicken? You eating what else in there? Well, I got to put it on the plate. What do you want to eat? All right. Huh? If I say what you want to eat, sit. Mouse. Mouse. Right. What? Some sprinkles. Then make it bigger. in the world is it? No problem.
I turned the bathroom and cleaned my bag. Stop calling it that.
What? It's filled with sugar. And I put some sugar syrup with peach. That's hilarious. If he keep calling this peach cobbler diabetes pie. That's why I don't make it that often. Because this peach cobbler is something serious. Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at the photos. The whole thing is yellow. And the other one is purple. That's the yellow.
They were trying to beat my beat me. And that's just these microscopic. What is that? I don't think I've ever eaten in a restaurant. They would serve me microscopic food and charge me astronomical prices. Like I'm pretty sure they would serve you bigger. If that was okay. So I'm gonna end here. We've been here almost an hour and a half. I'll take a picture of the cobbler and the dinner setup. And I'll post it on the community wall. Thank y'all for hanging out with us. Peace. But seriously though, you need to eat.